Hi guys, welcome to week 8 of English 1A. That means we are in the halfway point of our course, which is midterms. Crazy because it seems like we just started. So hopefully you feel comfortable with what we've learned so far. We're actually taking the midterm next week, even though this is technically halfway through. But this week is our last week to discuss Unit 3 on gender roles. So let's look at the modules as kind of an overview or a reminder of what we've done so far in class. Our first 2 weeks of class was really an introduction to collegiate writing, which kind of went over things like combining elements of narration with conversing with sources, how we add sources to our paper by using signal phrases and using MLA citation style. We talked a lot about education, and then we moved into media and class structure and how mental health is often affected by things like social media. We talked about poverty and again, mental health stuff. We looked at writing thesis statements and solving problems. And I think this was also where we looked at Michael Pollan's nutrition stuff. So a lot of different concepts in the first 2 units of class. And then right now we're at the end of Unit 3 on gender roles and stereotypes. So we've spent the last 2 weeks looking at different things related to gender. This is our last week on that. And we're looking specifically this week on masculinity. So we have looked a lot at feminism and gender pay gap and inequalities between men and women. But this week, I think that you'll really enjoy this TED Talk by Justin Baldoni. It's amazing. In it, he talks about, as an actor, he is expected to play a certain role. So the media is really projecting this image of men being tough and macho and not having emotions and not being able to cry. But he says that's not him in real life. And we as society need to embrace the fact that men should and can cry and that men should have emotions. So please make sure you watch the TED Talk, and then you're going to look at and kind of compare these 2 readings. This one I think is a really interesting look at how we all represent or identify ourselves with our clothing, with our accessories, with what we carry, because gender is important to a lot of people. And so whether they appear as male, female, non-binary, trans, etc., we often do that through what we hold, what we carry, what we wear. And then the second reading is really about money and clothing, specifically high heels, and how high heels show a status symbol. So we're looking again at masculinity, money and finances, and gender with our clothes. So a lot of different things going on this week. And then we have 2 assignments, an online discussion area where you're going to practice writing a thesis statement, and a reading response that asks you a few different questions about one of the readings we've covered so far in this unit. So pick any of the readings. All right, so that's all we're doing this week. Once again, next week is the midterm, and the midterm is a timed essay. I'll talk more about that next Monday, but if you have any questions, please let me know. All right, guys, see you online.